take the red pill, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. This is your last chance.
Back at Red Pill Racing. It's time for the leg 3 of the Blue Line Racing 60-gram modified tournament. This is drag racing. This is not fat track. You are going to be watching the best of the best elite modified diecast racers in the country about to battle it out. No luck of the draw chance fat track game show style racing. This is just legit heads up drag racing from the best in the business. Leg 3 about to kick off here. These are the cars. We set the bracket in the last video. We're going to start it out with Flip, the points leader after 2 races in the Evo against the Crazy Canuck in the tuned Hummer. We're going to get him to the top of the hill. Race 1. Very unlikely, without major catastrophe, that this is even going to be close. Flip has turned into one of the top dogs on the circuit. No doubt about it. Here we go. Let's kick this thing off, race 1. Wow, the car is fast. A 2056. That is going to be really tough to beat. We're going to run the second one just for fun. While we're doing it, I'll talk about a little article I read from my buddy Tim from Blue Line over on the Red Line Derby, asking where the drag racing has went. Race 2. That car is crazy fast. Slowed down a lot that time. But he was talking about, and a lot of people were chiming in, that it seems to be going the direction of fat track racing. Well, although fat track racing has really blown up lately, the drag racing elite quarter mile or 5th mile here like at Red Pill has never been stronger. There is nothing to worry about as far as that goes. The crowd of guys doing it right now are the best that's ever been around. So don't sweat that, guys. It's gonna be here. This field right here straight up proves it. No doubt about it. Next up, Flip, of course. While I'm running my mouth, that's moved on. We're gonna run at least the first part of this lifestyle. The reason I like to run lifestyle, when I first started, talking about how this is the heyday of drag racing, G4 is going to be facing this car right here. That is 8OC Racing. When I first started, it was hard to find any race, period, that you could even watch your races. You had to send cars in and they found out what they did. And you put so much time into this, if you don't race, you don't know. But G4 in 1, 8OC in lane 2. We'll get back to that thought. Ooh, fast race. 68 to a 6 to a 77. We'll swap them. You want to at least see your cars run. And there was really not a lot of places to do that, and you get edited videos, not know if it was actually a fair race. So I made it a point here at Red Pill to try to do my best to do live videos just to show everything was legit, heads up, mano a mano drag racing. So that's kind of why we do this. I could spend the time and do some editing, make some cool little bleachers, but that ain't what we're about. We're about speed, heads up. The best is going to win. That's what it's about here. Race 2, G4 is up 1-0. Close race, I think yes. 8OC comes back. It's a split. Didn't mention the rules here at the beginning of this one, but Red Pill Hill, Red Pill Raceway If it's a split, we are going to run it a second time. If they split the second time, we will run it a third. A split in the third battle. We'll go off average times. This is race 1 of the second matchup. G4 and 80C. Here we go. And G4 jumps off the line of 68 to a 77. I think that's the same thing they ran the last time. Swap them up again. G4 seems to get out of the gate a little slow in 2 though. And 80C has got the big end to hold him off. Will he have it again? Trying to get him perfectly straight. Here we go. G4 could win it. Move on to round 2. 80C trying to take it to the third. Here we go. Ooh, couldn't get it done that time. G4 battles it out. 80C is done. Gonna take a spot there with his buddy. Congratulations, you race flip. Next up, nice matchup here. 2 really fast up and comers. Terrible filming. Look at that. The Maker's Box went the extra mile, put a driver in it. Cut Rocker, he just put speed in his car. No driver needed. Cut Rocker's gonna start off in lane 1 at the top of the hill. Maker's Box with the Lamborghini Urus with some really nice work on the tampos and a driver. He's gonna be in lane 2. Here we go. Man, that Cut Rocker car just ate him up down the hill. 2076 to 2105. We'll swap them. And Cut Rocker, that is Mark D. He has been one of the longest supporters of this channel. Just want to say I appreciate it, Mark. Always shows up, makes a supportive comment when I put something out there. And my man has turned into one hell of a builder. He can close them out here, race 2. Bottom of the hill, he just pulls away down the stretch. 87 to 93. Maker's Box takes a seat. Cut Rocker moving on. Next up, the legendary Voxer with that top-notch paint job. He's racing little Penguin Racing. That's Nick Deaver's little boy. We're gonna have Voxer. Voxer is known by anyone who at all has dabbled in elite diecast racing, not just here on YouTube or in the US, but pretty much around the world. Everybody knows Voxer, but the crowd is caught up finally after years. Has Penguin? I don't think so, but let's find out. Voxer almost gaps him a 2065 to an 87. That's one thing about them Voxer cars, man. They are consistent. Super consistent. Alright, swapping lanes. Voxer was pulling away down the stretch. Gonna put Penguin out right here in race 2. Yep, got him. 62. Voxer getting faster. Penguin going to the grass. Not a bad time though from the Lancia. But not a bad time. It's not gonna ever get it done against Voxer. Next up, number 4 seed. That's Blue Line Racing. Pretty new to the scene, but man, he is a force. He's racing the Cash Money Boys. And my favorite casting of all time, the Fairmont. I hate to say it, but I don't think, based off of qualifying times, that the Fairmont has a shot. Pulling for you, Cash Money Boys. Man, that murdered out caddy is a beast. Race 1, here we go. Gapped him. 66 to a 2130. I don't like to do one and done in tournaments because you just never know. So we'll run it again. Plus, I think every car should have the same amount of runs on it. Another thing about this drag racing, these cars are so close. It is important that everything is done the same on every car. The same amount of runs. The track needs to be perfectly smooth and even in both lanes. I mean, a lot of time to run and get these tracks dialed in to run these high-level cars. You guys that do hosting know what I'm talking about. Like Blue Line here trying to close them out. Man, that car just launches off the bottom. 65 to a 113. Blue Line moving on. Cash money, boys. Spend some cash money on that Fairmont. They are not cheap these days for sure. Next up, how about that Romy Rivera? He's a Jag building machine. And there's me, old Red Pill. This car was rushed together as usual. If you've raced much with me over the past, coming up to 4 years, it'll be 4 years at the July 4th of July drag race at DCR since Red Pill started. But if you've raced with me much, you know that I am known for being last minute to the race. Romy Rivera, not the case, but he's known to be fast. Good matchup here in round one. Here we go. That's a little better. 67 to 91. This car I was saying, built it last minute, and it just is not consistent. It's about what it ran, mid 60s to low 70s when I sent it out. So that 72 is a little bit disappointing in qualifying, but you know, it's just qualifying. Fastest car's gonna win. Romy's trying to stay alive in lane 1, Red Pill, lane 2. Got that launch off the bottom. It's inconsistent, 81 to a 93. I do move on. Ain't gonna last long like that, especially considering gotta race my boy Blue Line in the next round. Good grief. Next matchup, FPD in the Matchbox Mustang in the Scale Racing channel. My man puts out some good high quality professional videos. Nice little editing. And the Diecast Super Center or whatever he goes and visits all the time. And he's giving them a lot of publicity. I think he's trying to get some discounts. I don't blame him. Pretty sweet place. Check his channel out. Good stuff over there at Scale Racing. Got a little truck series going on right now. Right now, though, he's racing FPD in lane 1. I believe that's one of those low country diecast boys, so you know what that means. He's gonna be fast. Let's do it. 2070 to a 2083. FPD, who actually eliminated and beat me in the Roger Dodger race at probably the final race at the Bayou City Raceplex. A race I thought I had a shot to win, but none of those low country diecast boys are anything to play with. You know about Flip. FPD is not either. Here we go. Look at him down the stretch. Pulls away. Takes out the Scale Racing channel. Sweet build from Brandon. Like I said, check him out over on his YouTube channel. Got some good stuff going on there. Looks like he can go and check out his YouTube channel while he's parked in the grass. FPD moving on. Next up, Mr. Oh shucks, I just threw something together. It's not that good. Freaking Matman 213. Always downplaying what he builds and always building killers. He's racing Uncle Elvis. Uncle Elvis in the green Dodge. Matman had a curse here at Red Pill for a while. Could not turn under a 2070. And he comes in, qualifies about a 2065 or so, and it's 5th place. Don't count him out though. He is going to be a tough out in this tournament. He's in lane 1. In lane 2, Uncle Elvis in the Dodge. Here we go. Yeah, that's that Matman stuff. That's what I'm talking about. 2058. I think the curse of the 2070s is broken, Matt. 2058, stupid. It's just stupid. You're gonna swap them up. I can see where this is going already. This is going to a Matman flip showdown. No disrespect to these other boys who are killing it. It's just kind of the way it's been lately. Here we go. Look at that thing when it hits the flat. It's ridiculous. Matman takes him out. Uncle Elvis, because if you had an Uncle Elvis, he would probably drive a Dodge that looks similar to that. He's going to go park it in the grass. Matman. Moving on, he's racing FPD. Halfway through the first bracket. First round, not the first bracket. Other half left. Big surprise right there. That is Healer Racing. Don't really know who that is. I may know them, but the name Healer, no clue. We'll know him now though, because my man is killing it with the times. Made a big impact at the last track at Scale Racing, nearly won it, and then put up a crazy fast qualifying time. This is Big Mac Racing, who raced his way into the bracket, and his prize is to race that beast yellow V16. Congratulations. Here we go. There's your prize. 2 car length gap on a 2066. That is a good looking truck though. That is even better looking, mainly because it was pulling away. Race 2 Healer against Big Mac. There is a Mac Racing and there's a Big Mac Racing. This is Big Mac. Mac Racing is the 3rd member of the Low Country Diecast crew. In case you don't know, here we go, race 2. Notice all the top cars just separate themselves at the bottom of the hill. Everybody's quick going down the hill, but at the bottom, I mean, that's where you see it. That is where you see it. Healer Racing moving on. Next up, Golden Owl in the little Toyota. What a gutsy pick for a build. He is facing Uncle Joe. Is this Mr. Mom's Uncle Joe? I don't know. We'll have to find that out. Uncle Joe gonna be in lane 2 though. And the Cadillac V16, super popular in this event. I have never been able to build one worth a damn. Here we go, Golden Owl in 1. Uncle Joe, Mr. Mom Joe? I don't know. Let's do it. Woo, close race. Golden Owl with the win by 2 1/1000ths. Uncle Joe couldn't run him down. Uncle Joe just could not do it. Golden Owl was, or is, the higher seed. But they are very close qualifying times. Golden Owl trying to close him out from lane 2. Uncle Joe, don't let him down, the V16 crew. Here we go. Uncle Joe takes race 2. I'll swap him, reset it even. Uncle Joe will be in lane 2. Golden Owl, lane 1. Here we go. Ooh, Uncle Joe went around him at the end. 6 1/1000ths. We'll swap him up. Uncle Joe can take out the higher seed Golden Owl if he wins from lane 1. Golden Owl will be in 2. Maybe Uncle Joe's starting to get comfortable in the seat there. Maybe Bubba gave him a call. Told him quit playing around with that thing. Here we go. Yeah, Uncle Joe gone that time. Golden Owl. And their very sweet 2000 GT is gonna park it. Uncle Joe moving on. Next up, my man who's been racing a while, building mods, started off terrible. He got it figured out now though. That's Po Boy against a new team I have not seen here at Red Pill. Don't know anything about him. It's 50 Tree. Is that the police tree? Not sure. Surely there's a meaning. We probably won't talk about it again because I don't think he's gonna survive past Po Boy right here. Race one. Pretty good race. 76 to a 97. Swap them up. Po Boy must have pulled away at the very end. I took my eyes off. He was not pulling away immediately at the bottom of the hill, but he must have slowly walked away from the 50 tree. Race 2, Po Boy trying to close it out. Yeah, gap. 72 to 101. Must have been what happened last time. 50 tree. Don't park it. Po Boy racing. Keeping it alive. Man, look at the V16s. That is ridiculous. 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 I don't think any of them have lost that have held together. Next up, one of the OG Brotherhood of Speed, my man MDG the Professor, and that dirty doo-doo brown Jag. Man, that thing's ugly. Where did you get that paint, Mathis? Against Aces High Racing. Aces High has his hands full. I guess he really doesn't. Aces High has no shot in this race. Oh, fun little build, fun little car. No shot against this crew, no shot against that dude. Jag's about to drag him. Race one. Nowhere to hide on the drag strip. Mathis slowed down. He ran a really fast time. Kind of surprised me in that first qualifying run, 66. He was kind of just ahead of middle of the pack in the first two races from just eyeballing him at scale racing and seeing the times at Blue Line, but he turned a quick one in qualifying. Race 2. Again, bottom of the hill, you can see the faster cars just walk away. Not too bad though for the little cab for what it is. I mean, decent. Not enough for this group. MDG, the Professor, moving on. All right, the last 8 cars. We're starting with DXP with a surprising fast time. Didn't expect that. I do like the car he built though. Good choice. Racing dubious diecast and a crazy little Jeep Renegade. Not a good choice. Drag racing, that is never gonna get it done against this group. I don't care. You let Mattman and Flip work on one together, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win against this group. Not with that choice. One of the things you gotta learn as you go. All right, here we go, race. One with DXP turn, another quick one. Let's find out. That jumped off the line of 2068. Not quite as fast as it was, but in 2060s, legit. And DXP, is this Dale? I didn't know it was Dale. I was talking to Flip earlier. My man Dale from Hot Wheels Downhill Racing. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have been surprised. Raced him in the circuit race. Raced him a couple other times. Dale's got it figured out, man. Watch out, DXP is going to be a force here coming up. I mean, he is already. Race 2. 2070 at a 2136. He built a damn Datsun 510 Datsun wagon in a circuit race that was running with everything else. And for that little car, I mean, to be running with you know, V16s, all kind of crazy builds, legit. It was a top 3 or 4 car, which is crazy. Next up, the 14 seat Sneaky Bob in the Urus. And he racing the Ghost Driver. Last time Ghost Driver was here, he had a good car. Well, I don't even remember what it was, but it was legit. Ghost Driver, another one that has stuck with it. Mad props to anybody who does that. He came out originally, it was, shoot, like most of us, middle of the pack or worse, and now, I mean, you got to watch him when he shows up. He may have the fastest thing on the track any day now. Sneaky Bob in the Ghost Driver. Here we go. Sneaky Bob with that sneaky ears. You gotta watch Sneaky Bob. He's sneaky. He takes the first win. Swap him up. Ghost Driver's gonna go to 1. Sneaky Bob gonna sneak up there in lane 2. Bob, another one. Nobody was watching out for Bob. What do you do? He sneaked up in there. All of a sudden, he's a contender to watch every time. Seems to be a common theme in this race, doesn't it? Here we go. Bottom of the hill, Sneaky Bob sneaks around them. 2 1,000ths. Ghost Driver ghosted. That mismatched wheels. That's what you got to do sometimes. A lot of people doing that. What I see right there. Don't want to point it out. Don't want to say what people's doing. You should notice that if you're a racer. 2 races left. Next up, this is the other die-cast. I say that low country die-cast boy right there. That's Mac Racing. And the one, the only, probably the longest running racer in the game other than the Voxer. It's Nick Devers. A little tune that was made for Nick Devers back in the day. We were racing that really sweet Range Rover. We got the Cadillac in the Range Rover. We got the luxury showdown. Mac Racing, Nick Devers. Here we go. Mac Racing a 2067. That thing turned up. Must have had a little boost to the old Range Rover. We'll swap them up. Range Rover to 2. Nick Devers. Put the old factory settings on the Cadillac apparently. Got his ass dragged. Mac Racing closes it out. 71 to 89. Nick Devers. Goes and parks it in the grass over here with his boy. Shout out to Nick. If I wouldn't have ever talked to Nick after my first race at Diecast Racer X DCR, I would not be here racing right now. So he's brought a lot of people into the game, ain't no doubt about it. Final matchup of round 1 is the big versus big showdown. Big Al, Big Poppy, Big Governor, not a big truck. Big Al turned some quick AF times first passing qualifying and showed very well at scale racing and at Blue Line. I don't think Big Poppy got a shot here. Sorry, Big Poppy. Go ahead and park that little thing and get ready for the diecast games. Check out Big Poppy, also on YouTube. He's got some races he's been posting lately. He's about to have some time to watch him in the parking lot too. Big Al. About to put him in the parking lot. They swapping Big Al and the Gov into Big Poppy. One last shot in lane 1. Here we go. That's a wrap on the flat. Big Al pulls away. Big Poppy going to the house. Well, not to the house, just to the parking lot. There he goes. Big Al. Right there. Alright, we're going to wrap up this one. Try to get these out pretty quickly. After round 1, this is what we got left right here. We're going to have Flip facing G4. We're going to have Voxer and Cut Rocker. We're going to have Blue Line and Red Pill. Matt Man versus FPD. We got Healer, my man from out of nowhere, and Old Uncle Joe in the V16 showdown. We got MDG And the doo-doo brown Jag. You're gonna be racing old Po Boy. Sneaky Sneaky Bob and Sneaky Sneaky Dale DXP. Then we got Big Al and Mac Racing. Dude, all of these cars crazy fast going into round 2. Next video, we're gonna run it all the way to conclusion. Stay tuned. Check back in. It's gonna get intense. It's gonna get good. Fastest group of 60-gram cars ever at Red Pill. Fastest builders in the country. We'll be back. Thanks for joining us for Red Pill Racing. We're out.